In this video, we're going to look at VAT, or value added tax. Now, the government raises some of its money by charging VAT, or value added tax, when you buy goods or services. VAT rates differ. Most items that you purchase and services that you use are charged VAT at 20%. Some items, like domestic heating, are charged VAT at only 5%, and items like medicines and school books are what's called zero rated, and so there's no VAT charge on these items. Now, to find the amount of VAT at 20%, which is the standard rate, there are several methods. Method 1 is we multiply the cost by 20%, so we know that 20% as a decimal is 0.2, so we're multiplying by 0.2. The second method is to find 10% and then double it. This is a good strategy for non-calculator questions, so we're dividing by 10 and then multiplying by 2. And the third method is to remember that every percentage is a fraction out of 100. So 20% simplified is 1/5 as a fraction, and so dividing by the bottom and multiplying by the top to find a fraction of an amount, we're dividing by 5 to work out our 20%. Now, if a question asks you to find the cost including VAT, then method 1 is to calculate the VAT using one of the strategies on the previous slide and then add it to the original cost because we know it's value added tax. The second method is that we use our percentage increase knowledge. So we know that we've got a 20% increase. That means we've got 120% of our original cost. So our multiplier is 1.2. So we multiply by 1.2 to find the total including VAT. Now, in our first example, Sam buys a fridge for £475 plus VAT. The VAT rate is 20%. So in part A, how much VAT is Sam charged? And B, what's the total cost of the fridge? So looking at part A, we need to work out what 20% of £475 is. So method 1 was working out 20% of £475. And so we're going to multiply 0.2 times 475, and that gives us £95. Our second method was to find 20% by calculating 10% and then doubling it. So 10% will be the £475 cost divided by 10, and that gives us £47.50. Remember that money has 2 decimal places if you're using a calculator. 20% will be double £47.50, so we multiply that by 2 and get £95 as we did with using method 1. Our third method was remembering that 20% as a fraction simplified was 1/5, and so we're going to divide £475 by 5 because we divide by the bottom and multiply by the top, and if we divide 475 by 5 we get £95, which is our VAT that Sam is charged on this fridge. Now in part B, we're asked what is the total cost of the fridge. So we're going to have to add the VAT that we've just calculated onto our original amount. So we're doing 475 plus 95, which gives us a total cost of £570. Now in the second example, Gus uses 250 units of electricity at 14.5 pence per unit. The electricity company also added a £25.40 service charge, and we want to find the cost of the total bill, including VAT, at 5%. So step 1, we need to find the cost of the electricity in pounds. So we've got 250 units at 14.5 pence per unit, and the 14.5 pence can be written in pounds as 0.145. Don't round this. So the electricity cost is going to be 250 multiplied by 0.145, giving us a total for the electricity cost of £36.25. Now we've got a fixed rate of £25.40 for the service charge, so our subtotal without VAT is going to be the £25.40 service charge plus our electricity cost of £36.25. And that gives us a total of £61.65. Now there are two ways we can calculate the total cost of the bill. Method 1 is to calculate the VAT at 5% separately, and then we can add it on. So the VAT at 5% is going to be 0.05 multiplied by our £61.65, and that gives us a value of VAT of 3.0825. Now don't round this until the end of the question. So the total, including VAT, is going to be 61.65 plus 3.0825, giving us a total of 64.7325, and now we need to round it to 2 decimal places, so the total cost of the bill would be £64.73. Method 2 is using our percentage increase, because we're being asked for the total cost, so we don't actually need to work out what the VAT is separately. So our total bill is going to be 105%, and that gives us a multiplier of 1.05. So to work out the total cost of the bill, we're going to do 1.05 multiplied by 61.65, which was our subtotal without VAT, and that gives us a total of 64.7325, and rounding to 2 decimal places, we get £64.73.